Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Saturday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios here in beautiful New Jersey and Scotty's Palacio Estates in Beverly Hills, California, as the Devils are victorious. 5-1 victory over
12 times over.
The Ottawa Senators. The Devils have taken over Canada. We own all these provinces. Manitoba, you're next.
Quebec
Quebec
is ours.
As we're streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. Scotty, I am happy. I'm happy right now. Very happy. Are you happy?
I'm happy because a little inside secret there, Devils fans. Scotty's computer just crashed 2 seconds before we were about to start the podcast here, and I thought I was going to have to go out and buy a new MacBook today, but no, the reboot fixed everything, as it usually does in tech world. Just turn it off and turn it back on again, and things go nicely. So other than that, yeah, I'm pretty pumped for this Devils afternoon after dark session here for a 12th. That's right, Sam Wu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 time champions of the world, New Jersey Hockey Devils. How many times was Ric Flair? I think he was 16 times champion. So we're getting almost up here to Ric Flair caliber over here. Woo! With a game that, I don't think was really in question for the majority of it. The New Jersey Devils playing an Ottawa Senators team that probably looks pretty familiar to you Devils fans, because it's kind of the way the Devils played maybe 2 to 3 years ago. Some offensive threats, but the defense just having holes and Swiss cheese, and not good times for them, but great times for us, baby. 12 in a row. Welcome to Devils After Dark here exclusively on the Let's Go Devils podcast network. Hello to everybody on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch. Thank you for all the likes, follows, and subscribes. Please keep slamming those buttons. We appreciate all the subscribes. We just passed 1K. Thank you to sweet to everyone out there who subscribes. And once again, just so you're aware, it's not anything to do with money. You're not paying for Mrs. Wu's anniversary gifts or anything like that. It's just to alert you when your favorite friendly neighborhood hockey fans go live, which this show always is. Never a pre-record on these shows, okay? Always live. Sam Wu's sending me a bunch of text messages right now. Oh, there he is. He's back. Okay, I know.
We had a little bit of a blurry live stream feed on YouTube Live. It was actually on YouTube's end. There was a little bit of network congestion, but all is good right now. All is good when you're winning.
That's what happens when you win 12 games in a row. A lot of people want to go on YouTube and start talking about it.
Yeah,
so we're fine with that. We're fine with that, right, Sam Wu?
No, I'm fine with that.
Especially because it's not on our end.
Yeah,
that's always the good
thing.
Actually,
this is an IT trick. Not only are we in beta version, but it is user error.
User error.
Yeah, not on me. It's on you. Yeah, Ramona, you better get some high-speed internet. It's not my problem. No, it has nothing to do with her. Although she did predict 5-1 today.
Oh,
and Hollow getting a goal, I believe. I think she said both.
Very nice.
Hollow get a goal and 5-1 Devils. So
excellent.
She smoked us.
Ramona's getting better and better at these score predictions. Maybe we need to start following her on BetStamp.app. We're going to have to change it to you versus Woo to rocking with Ramona or something like that, like rolling with Ramona.
Yeah.
Because she might be our resident Ramona betting expert going on here at Devils After Dark. But what an exciting game today again. I know you guys, it was in the afternoon out here on the West Coast for me. It was a nice early rise, 10 a.m. starts like Sunday football. Oh, I love these early mornings. See, I'm still finishing up my last little cup of coffee over here. Still getting the day going. But, man, what a way to go. And before we start, I just want to give a shout, by the way, if anyone out there happens to be wrestling nerds like I am, I just want to give a shout to the boys over there at AEW. The recent startup alternative wrestling promotion going on over there. WWE runs a lot of shows out of MSG, and AEW has been trying to find the alternative. They do stuff over at the U.S. Open, the Arthur Ashe Stadium. They have their Grand Slam, but they've also been using the Prudential Center for many of their events. They got a pay-per-view going on tonight there, Full Gear, and last night, their show, Rampage, our man Ricky Starks was out there wrestling in a New Jersey Hockey Devils jersey. So I love seeing that. This is not the first time they've done it. Before CM Punk went crazy. He used to talk about Ken Danico and Scott Stevens all the time whenever they were at the Prudential Center. Remember Cody Rhodes and Aleister Black? Cody Rhodes coming out in the Devil's red suit and Aleister Black coming out in that black suit, man. It looks so hot out there in the Prudential Center. So I just want to give them some love, and I know they're probably going to be doing something else tonight with the Devils, with the pay-per-view going on at the Prudential Center. What's up, Sam Wu?
I also, before you begin the Happy Devils recap, I also want to give out shout out to Wayne Gretzky for 39 years ago calling us the Mickey Mouse organization, and look at us now. So
thanks, Gretz.
Yeah,
not eating those words now, are you, buddy?
Yeah. And also, shout out to Matt Freudenberger. His 1-year anniversary is today. So celebrating 12 straight victories plus anniversary equals good times.
Happy and congrats, Matt. There you go. Nice big Devils victory for you and the missus as well there. So congratulations. Way to go. Happy anniversary. And we got a Happy Devils recap to talk about over here. Let's get into it right now. Going up there to annex yet another province in Canada, taking on the Ottawa Senators, who we were just mentioning before, look an awful lot alike the New Jersey Hockey Devils of a few years ago. A lot of young potential, Stützle, Tkachuk, some veterans on there with Giroux, but the defense, leaving that goaltending hanging on a number of plays today. And again, opposing goaltenders having to stand on their head. Cam Talbot made a hell of a glove save on Nathan Bastian, or else this game could have been easily 6-7, maybe even 8-1. They might have been able to tie the infamous Gretzky score there from, 39 years ago, Samu? 38 years ago? What'd you say? Samu decides he doesn't want to answer me. So whatever, how many years ago it was when that happens, 30-something or another over there. But let's talk about it. No changes to the lineup except Akira Schmid getting the start and goal, and it was like nothing was different over there. It was like Vitek Vanacek being back in there, and Schmid played well throughout the game, standing tall. I know Kevin Weeks out here, I don't know if it was on MSG back home in Jersey. I know out here in LA it was only playing on the NHL network. So we had our good friend and buddy Kevin Weeks calling the game, and he was talking a lot about Akira Schmid just standing tall in that net. He is a big boy and takes up a lot of space, out challenging, like we've seen Vitek Vanacek do in recent games, top of the crease, outside the blue, really cutting down on the angles for those opposing shooters coming in. And he had to be sharp early because the Sens did come out with a little bit of fury in that first period, but Akira Schmid came up with multiple big saves. I know Claude Giroux hit the post on a power play. Jonas Siegenthaler took an early cross-check. And by the way, we should point this out, because what's the one thing we have been talking about that the Devils have been maybe struggling a little bit in this 12-game winning streak? That's right, winning streak, not unbeaten, wins. 12 wins in a row. The one thing they have been struggling with, though, has been taking penalties. And today, I believe, did they only take one or did they take two today? I think they took two today. All right, one of them was Jonas Siegenthaler. Early, got caught on a little cross-check action. And by the way, Jonas Siegenthaler, who doesn't play a lot on the PP, he's always on the PK, and he's playing a lot against the top lines and everything like that. That dude is a plus 16 on the season. I know sometimes people don't put a lot of oomph in those plus minus stats, but for defensemen, that's something I really, really like to look at. You remember the days of Stevens and Niedermeyer and their plus minus records. I think it is something very, very telling when you have these defensemen that play these top line minutes that have these big plus minus numbers. And Jonas Siegenthaler right now is a plus 16. So good for him. Devils on the PK over there. And Nico Hischier goes and draws a hooking call to line it up for 4-on-4. And then, man, did this piss me off. Austin Watson taking a cross check to Nico right in the ribs, hip area, and that was a cheap shot. That was a cheap shot. I will say he did line up Siegenthaler later on in the game. It was late in the second period when the Sens got him for 30 seconds before the Devils were like, oh, that's cute. We're going to go ahead and score a shorthanded goal and ruin all your momentum. And at least that was a legal hit on Siegenthaler. The Hischier hit was a cheap shot. And, man, I was just hoping, wishing, praying to, oh, sweet baby Ozzy, dear, like Talladega Nights, dear, sweet baby, 6 pound, 7 ounce, fresh out of the womb, probably with those Ozzy sunglasses on, probably popped out with those on as well. I was wishing that someone would really line up Austin Watson and, just deliver just a bone-crushing hit. I know Zet's got a monster check later in the game, but man, did I really want someone to line up Watson, and I was dreaming of the days of maybe a Kevin Ball or a Nikita Ahoytuk, because if Ahoytuk was in that lineup right now, he's in the AHL, but if he was in that lineup, man, that dude would not have hesitated one bit.
I'm surprised Mason Geertsen didn't just jump out of the crowd and just beat him up, like how he left the bench.
That would have been nice.
Left the bench
he could have done that. Yeah. They could just fly in Geertsen, to stay in the crowd and then hop over the glass at any point and then, take business when it needs to be taken care of. But did.
And take a 50-game suspension right afterwards. Paid suspension.
I saw that fight. I don't know if I missed something in the fight videos or something like that. It wasn't that crazy, but I guess he left.
Yeah, he left the bench. He shouldn't have left
the bench.
Yeah, he left the bench. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess the video I saw on Hockey Fights didn't show that. It just showed the actual fight. So I was just like, this just seems like
pre-1992, you could legally do that and not get in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Or that big of trouble.
Yeah, the Hockey Fights video didn't show that portion of it, so it was just like I was like, what's the big deal here? But either way, what the Devils did do is they got back on the scoreboard, and that's what they have been doing all year long. And it was our man finally. It has happened for him. We know he's been lined up multiple times. He's hit the post. He's come close. He's got a number of assists, but he didn't have that first goal for the New Jersey Hockey Devils. And today at 7:10 of the first on the power play, a PPG, Eric Haula finally got on the board. This was after that little 4-on-4 play when Nico drew the hooking call, and the Devils made them pay. They made them pay. And it was Fabian Zetterlund, along with Sam Wu's best friend, Damon Severson, doing a little bing, bang, boom, tic-tac-toe, whatever you want to say. Two quick passes in the triangle on the left side of the ice over there. Severson at the point, feeds it down to Zetterlund, and without hesitation, boom, feeds it right to Eric Haula for that little triangle action, and Haula just slams it home for his first of the year, and wow. Did you see the look on his face? Did he feel good after that one? And I'm sure you did too, Devils fans, because we've all been waiting for Eric Halla to break in there on the score sheet on the goal side. We've seen the assists. We've seen the face-off wins. We've seen what a difference he has made at the center position in those face-off wins with Jesper Bratt and Jack Hughes setting them up in the offensive zone, winning those puck battles, just being a feisty little bulldog, much like Fabian Zetterlund, the man who set him up over there. And by the way, Zetterlund, I didn't realize this. He's 5'11", like 220-something. The dude is a brick wall. But either way,
kind of like me. Kind of like me.
Kind of like Sam Wu.
Yeah,
exactly.
But add another 15 pounds on top of that.
Either way, Sam Wu, who's counting? You say it's still 2 brick walls over there. Sam Wu, Fabian Zetterlund, can't tell them apart. Really, I really can't. When Sam Wu's on the ice, looks just like Fabian Zetterlund. But either way, Eric Halla, sigh of relief for our man, getting his first goal as a New Jersey Hockey Devil. Again, PPG at 7:10 of the first on that wrister, fed from Fabian Zetterlund, his 5th, and Damon Severson, his 3rd. Severson getting a little power play time there. We know Dougie Hamilton usually eats that up and does an amazing job at it. But Damon Severson gets a power play point right there as well. And then, oh man, Mikey McLeod. I think we talked to Beer Baron, and he went and he told Mikey McLeod that it's not okay again, that they're back into a fight. And we know, once Beer Baron got upset with Mikey McLeod, he went on a streak. He had a nice, 4 or 5 game point streak over there. Got a little cold because Beer Baron, he got a little soft. He's like, oh, I forgive you, Mikey. And then we had to call him up, tell Beer Baron to lay down the law once again. And Mikey McLeod had himself a heck of a game as well. He got robbed twice in the first period. Both really, really good shots right in front of the net. He found himself, and he was robbed both times. Nathan Bastian was too as well a couple times. Of course, that Talbot save there in the second period where they were looking to the rafters like, oh man, what do I have to do? But I'll tell you what Mikey McLeod did do at 15:54, or maybe about 15:50 of the first period, is he won a faceoff, which he has been great at so far in his young career, along with Eric Halla, along with Nico Hischier. McLeod won an offensive zone faceoff. Huge to get that possession. The Devils have been living on that puck possession this year. Their speed, their passing, the puck possession. I mean, the Sens can't. They're just like, what? Where to go? Where's that puck? Because the Devils are just lightning fast. They are riding the lightning. You're going to be like Hetfield back when he was riding the lightning. That's a little Carl Aquatine Hunger Force for you right there. But Mikey McLeod wins the faceoff in the O-zone. Puck goes right behind him. Miles Wood steps to it and lets a very quick shot go. And Sens just forgot to cover Nathan Bastian. How many times did we see that like 3 years ago where the Devils would just forget to cover people in the defensive zone? Well, the Sens did that, and they left Big Beefalytics Bastian, the beefy Bast, wide open in front of the net, and he's able to put a backhand. Well, excuse me, Mr. Beefy Bastian. The backhand rebound home for a 2-0 Devils lead. And
love him.
I don't know if
I've loved him since the start. I try to protect him at the expansion draft.
I know you
at
did.
All costs.
You said let Damon Severson go, keep Nathan Bastian. I think Bastian actually purposely played like a little sloppy for the Kraken, so they would just be like, let's just put him on waivers. And then when he came back, he's like, I did it, Fitz. We did it. We pulled it off. Yeah, I'm back.
It was a good collusion. They were colluding the entire time. Be like, look, this is what happened. Fitzy probably had, hey, Nate, come into my office. All right, this is what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to do for you. You go out there. We're going to put you unprotected. You go to Seattle. Enjoy the salmon. Enjoy the people out there. I'll give you a couple umbrellas. But just suck for a while, and we'll have you back.
There you go.
And I'll put it back to BMW line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Beef MW.
Yes.
And they were all over the place today.
Yep.
They really were. They had a great game. And it's true. Sam Wu said, Don't protect Damon Severson. Let him go. Keep Nathan Bastian. Either way, we got both of them on the team. And today it really showed from both players to getting on the score sheet over there. Severson on the first goal, Bastian on the second, his third of the season. Miles Wood gets his fourth assist. Mikey McLeod gets his seventh assist with that big face-off win. That's right. The Sens didn't even touch the puck on that sequence. Face-off win, right Wood, shot on goal, rebound. Done and done. Talking about bringing the lunchbox to work type of deal, man. That is what the Beef MW line does. And I don't know if you noticed this, Sam Wu, or if you noticed this, Devils fans, on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch, but about halfway through the first period, shots were 8-8. Do you know where the period ended up? 15-9 in favor of the Devils.
Wow.
15-9, yeah. Sens had a little fire at first. And then, poof, it went out. Because the Devils were like, oh, that's cute. That's nice. We used to look just like you a few years ago. We know exactly how you're going to screw up. Because we used to do that as well. But now we don't anymore. We learned how to play defense. And defense they played. We knew this team always had the offensive power. And now it's coming through. What did we used to hear, many, many years ago with Jacques Lemaire and Larry Robinson, that defense would turn into offense. Neutral zone trap. We didn't score too much then, but still, sometimes your best offense is a good defense as well. Being able to transition, being able to have those crisp passes out of the zone, being able to finally use that speed against the other teams. Mm-hmm. That's what's going on now for these Devils. And the Sens, much like the Devils a few years ago, did not know how to counter it. So what an incredible job in that first period. Halfway through, shots 8-8. End of the period, shots 15-9, and Devils are up 2-0. And the only other thing I had written down here is underlined is need to take a shot at Watson. Line him up and lay him out. That's what I have written down here in my notes. Where's Ahoytuk? Line him up and lay him out.
Well, you know what, Scotty, maybe there's some self-discipline here where the Devils...
Oh, yeah, I know.
No, listen. The Devils, they took down the license plate number. So when Hoytuk or Mason Geertsen or maybe we'll hire somebody in Jersey City when they're in town next time, take care of business.
Old, what was his name? Was it Tommy Two Times? I'm going to go get the papers. Or was it Johnny Two Times? I can't remember. He said everything twice. I don't know. I'm going to go get the papers. But either way, Devils 2-0. Heading into the second period, and then boom, it happened again. What did we talk about maybe like 3 weeks ago? This stupid, distinct kicking motion, which is a rule that needs to be changed in the NHL. Fabian Zetterlund, Nico actually, who missed, he went to the locker room a little bit early, which I know we were all like, oh, please. Oh, please no, Nico. Please just stay healthy. Yeah. Please don't be injured. Please. And he was okay. The captain's good. It's all right. From that cheap shot by Watson, though. And Nico came out in the second period, bringing the puck in the zone right off the start. Puts the puck on net. Or did he? How did he get it in there? Yeah, I think he throws the puck on net, and Fabian Zetterlund got the puck and goes around, and makes a centering pass, which goes off of Dougie Hamilton's skate. They say a distinct kicking motion. And I will put this out there again. I truly believe they should change the rule. If your skate is flat on the ice, you should be able to deflect the puck in the net that way. You should not be able to lift your skate and actually kick it or have your skate up like that. Dougie was flat on the ice, and he just kind of turned his heel a little bit, and the puck went in the net. I don't see anything wrong with that. It should be, if your skate is flat, it should count. I hate that distinct kicking motion rule because that is all subjective to the official. And Dougie knew it right away, too, because he laughed as soon as it was over. He's just like, that's not going to count. Much like Nico a few weeks ago when it happened to him too. He was just like,
And you know what I don't like about that as well? It does have an effect of our BetStamp.app prediction scores because that extra goal could have been 6 goals. And, somebody could have predicted 6 goals to be scored by the New Jersey Devils. And you know what? He usually gets screwed. Not naming names.
That could be a bad beat. That could be like a Van Pelt bad beat over there on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, the over-under was 7.
Yeah. Just saying.
Now you only got 6 goals. That could have been the 7th right there. I'm saying that if your skate is flat on the ice, you should be able to do that. I understand if you lift your skate up and you actually make a kick, I don't think that should be legal. But if your skate is flat on the ice, you should be able to angle your skate if you want and deflect it into the net if need be. You want to increase scoring? Well, there you go. That'll give guys more opportunities to score right there. So NHL, please, 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 for the sake of all of us, look at that rule in the offseason, all right? So Devils get the puck, get the goal taken away. They have some great movement over here. Sens can't follow. That's right. We go a little bit later, about 2 minutes later, actually. And the man who's been struggling at times to find his footing, to find his game, it's been very, very slowly coming along. But wouldn't you know it, Jesper Boqvist gets his second goal of the season from Igor Sharangovich and Jonas Siegenthaler. A nice little wrist shot here, and this, again, great puck movement by the team. I mean, the Sens were just like, where? Huh? What? It's where to go? What's happening? The Devils are just boop, 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 boop. They were passing everywhere. And I know Kevin Weeks talked about it on the NHL Network broadcast over here. Boqvist just spun away from his defender. A nice play over there. Sharangovich puts the puck on net. And whoop, just a little whoop, and Boqvist is free. Loses his defender. He's all alone in the front, along with Dawson Mercer, who, by the way, Dawson Mercer, congratulations, 100th game in the NHL, and by the way, 100th straight game. We have a new Iron Man going on the team over there. So congratulations to Dawson Mercer, who was also right in front of the net as well. Maybe that third line is finally going to start getting some traction to it, and maybe they are really going to start finding their game, because we know that has been a little bit of a lull on the team. They haven't been irresponsibly defensively, but the offensive side of things, we've been seeing the production from Dawson Mercer and Sharangovich coming more on the special teams, and not on the 5-on-5 play. But in this case, boom, awesome puck movement all around. That spin move right off of the defender, and Jesper Boqvist is all alone in front of the net to put home the wrist shot at 3 minutes of the second period. Oh, goal taken away? Hold my drink, because we're going to go and just score another one instead. That's what the New Jersey Hockey Devils do this season. They don't get down to the dumps. They don't let those penalties or those calls really affect their gameplay, which we've seen in previous seasons and which we saw today from the Ottawa Senators. It really was. They really did look like a team like us from a few years ago, in my mind.
Yeah.
Because they made so many defensive mistakes. I mean, they hung their goaltenders out there to dry multiple times. So I think it was at that point that the did they pull their? I think they put Talbot in at that point.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's right when they pulled him. And another great stat that I saw, I don't know, I guess maybe it's different now. I think the Devils are outscoring their opponents right now in this streak. I think it's either 50-22 or 51-22.
Oh, you know what? I could tell you because I actually blogged about it on Hockey Buzz yesterday, and I put that details in. So let me just add the 5-1 score. So I'm going to.
I think it's actually 51-22 at the end of this game with the McLeod empty netter.
I can tell you in about 1 minute. I can tell you in about 1 minute. Let me be the statistician that I am.
Okay.
Hold on a sec.
Samu's going to work on that right now and get the actual numbers. But the second period continued. Nico almost got a great tip in front of the net on a power play. Bastion was in there throwing the beef.
51 to 22. You're right. 51
to 22.
Yep.
There you go.
Confirmed.
51 to 22. Not going to lose many games when you're scoring like that.
That's an ass whooping. I mean, really.
That's a 12-game ass whooping.
Yeah.
That's a 12-pack of Steve Weisers right there.
You're cruising for a bruising. Yeah.
Cruising for. All right, you had to go with the mom term over there, All right, fine. I'm throwing out Stone Cold Steve Austin wrestling stuff over here.
Hey.
And you give me.
Just trying to be inclusive to all of our audience.
Hey, we have a lot of Devil fan moms out there, and thank you to all the moms for driving the kids to the hockey practice early mornings. Oof.
Yeah.
Hockey ain't a cheap sport either. Let me tell you that. So thank you to all the moms out there. But again, Devils, great puck movement on that power play. They didn't score. Talbot came up huge, especially on that one play with Nico with the tip. Bastion right at the side of the net. I don't know how he got both of those shots over there. Mercer got hooked down. There was another no call on that. He set up Boquist for another great opportunity. Boquist just missed his second goal of the game. That's when Zetterlund made the big monster hit on I think it was Travis Hamonic. And by the way, it just popped into my head. I remember the other game I was talking about Dougie Hamilton making a block shot. I actually mistaked Dougie Hamilton and Brendan Smith. Brendan Smith, who was the one who went down and took the puck off the hand, and he was shaking. I thought that was Dougie. Excuse me. It just popped in my head. I know that might be a little confusing for all, but I wanted to give Brendan Smith some love as well for blocking those shots the other day. But Zetterlund came through with that monster hit on Hamonic, and then that's when Bastion, oh man, poor Bastion. He got robbed. He got all alone in front of the net, and he put on a Jack Hughes type move over here, taking the puck, he's skating backwards, gets the pass on his forehand, puts it to his backhand, and then back to his forehand again. And then you think there's no way Talbot's going to be able to get all the way over to the side, to stop that. And he just dives and lunges and throws the glove out there and makes, it's a highlight reel save. That's going to be on the highlights for quite some time. I'm sure that'll be on the top 10 of the week and all that goodness. But man, what an opportunity by the big beefalytics, Nathan Bastion over there, just getting robbed by Cam Talbot. And then Akira Schmidt says, hold my glove, because, if you could do that, I could do it as well. Here comes Brady Tkachuk, maybe about 30 seconds later, coming in on the old alley-oop home run pass on a partial breakaway. And Akira Schmidt says, no, thank you, Mr. Tkachuk. You will be stopped on your breakaway, and you can complain to the referees all you want, but Ryan Gravy Train Graves did not hook you on that play, and so there was no call. Unfortunately, the Sens did get in on the score sheet over there late in the second period after Watson. We talked about it. The first hit, cheap shot, pretty dirty. Second hit, the big check on Jonas Siegenthaler in the corner, legal hit. Those as a big hit. Didn't look as bad on the replay, and in real time. It looked like he really, really squared him up, but it looked like Siegs kind of got out of the way a little bit on it. But obviously he got knocked down. Crowd gets a little into it. There's a play in front of the net, and there's a cross-ice pass going to Derek Brassard, and Nico Hischier just gets his stick on it, but not enough of it. The pass still trickles through to Brassard, and I think that kind of fooled Akira Schmid. He was expecting something to come across a little bit quicker, and it just kind of like knuckled a little bit, and Brassard is able to sneak one past Akira Schmid there near the end of the second period at 17:29, and I wrote it down here. Devils maybe look a little sleepy in that second period, like, we're up 3-0. Could be 4-0 if Dougie's goal went in. Let's just, kind of mail it in the rest of the game. Boy, was I wrong. Because what have we seen from this Devils team, Sam Wu, this
60
year?
minutes of hockey? 60 minutes of hockey?
That's right. And when do they strike? When have they seemed to strike so often? We used to see it go against us all the time. But when does this team seem to strike so often, Sam Wu?
Within seconds.
That's right. And at the end of a period. Right when you start to see the opposing team maybe getting a little momentum. Okay, it's 3-1. They kind of got a lucky goal over there. Watson just put this big hit on Siegenthaler. Crowd is now energized. The Devils say, and by the way, the Devils took a penalty. That was their second penalty of the game. So now they're on the PK. Sens are on the power play. You know you got some offensive threats there. Brady Tkachuk. Young Tim Stützle. You got some offensive weapons that can really make some things happen. But I started thinking of System of the Down. Attack, 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 attack. Because you know what? The Devils respond right there. And it's our man, Igor Sharon Govich, coming through for the second game in a row.
Big goal.
And what a PK combo Sharon Govich and Nico Hischier are turning out to be. Man, we know about the offensive side of Igor Sharangovich and that nasty shot he has, but he has really come along in his defensive game these recent years. He looks like a whole other player out there. From my perspective, maybe, I don't know, maybe not from the coaches or anything like that, but like from my perspective, him playing these big minutes, you know he's got the offensive power. He can get out there on the PP2, but now he's going out there on PK1 with Nico Hischier. That says something about this team. These are guys who are scoring threats. So we have mentioned this before. These are guys who are scoring threats who can play in every situation. You cannot leave Nico Hischier or Igor Sharangovich uncovered during these times because they will make you pay for it. And pay the Ottawa Senators did. Collecting that Canadian tax up there in the capital of Ottawa. Attack! Attack, 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 attack. Devils respond late in the second period once again at 19:25. A short-handed goal from Igor Sharangovich. 2 games in a row, his 5th of the season. Nico Hischier, his 10th assist. And this all happened with yet another turnover from the Ottawa Senators. How often did we say that for our Devils like 3 years ago? They turned the puck over. They turned the puck over. They turned the puck over. Well, now you're seeing that with the Sens. And the Devils are now the team that's taking advantage of this. So Stützle kind of gets the puck caught up in his feet there at the point on the power play. Igor says, "Thank you very much. I'll take that." Starts moving the puck up in the neutral ice and does a little spin. And believe it or not, this was not a 2-on-1. This was a 2-on-3. The Sens actually got 3 guys back on this. And Nico Hischier and Igor Sharangovich are like, we don't care. We'll play 2-on-5 if we have to. Who cares? Don't matter. None of this matters. None of this matters with your 3 defenders back. We don't care. So Igor Sharangovich, this nice little spin at neutral zone, right about the center ice line, finds Nico Hischier all the way across on the opposing wing, and he brings the puck in. And as Nico does, he toes up the side, kind of gets out of a little bit of a far, sharp angle, and he puts the puck on net, and Talbot he kicked out a whopper of a rebound. And I understand what he's trying to do there, because you're on the power play. Maybe you want to try and catch these guys in a little bit of a transition and get an odd man rush the other way. As, you know, the Sens were trying to build some momentum here late in the second period and actually catch up. Hey, if they can get another goal, it's 3-2. And now it's a different game. But he kicked the puck way the hell out. And, who's right there? Igor Sharangovich. Because he didn't quit on the play. He kept coming and coming and coming and going towards the net. Using that head. Smart plays. Using their speed. They know they can get in there. They know they can fill these gaps. It's a 2-on-3. Nico Hischier they basically all just collapsed onto Nico, Big rebound kicked out, right in the center of the ice. Who's standing there? Igor Sharangovich. And this year, these Devils, they don't miss that open net. Maybe 3 years ago, they shoot it high. Are you kidding me? No, not this team. Not this team. He buries it at 19:25, shorthanded goal. Sharangovich, his 5th from Nico, his 10th assist on the season. Yeah. Thank you, Watson, for that cross-check. I will go ahead and set up these goals instead. So suck it. DX style over there. Devils go into the third period up 4-1. And, the Sens try to do some stuff there in the third, but it really didn't matter. Kira Schmid made a couple big saves again. I think the highlight for the Sens in the third period was near the end of the game when they pulled Talbot about 4 or 5 minutes to go in the game. And their defensemen were making big kick saves out there on the empty net. I think that was the highlight for the Sens
they did better without a goaltender.
They did. They really did. But who is it? Mikey McLeod, who had himself a nice game over there, creating some chances, winning some big faceoffs. We know he set up that faceoff win, set up the Bastion goal there in the first period. He gets rewarded with an empty net goal there right at the end of the game, 17:31. That's his second of the season, unassisted for the 5-1 Devils victory. We have now annexed, 3 provinces or 2 provinces in Canada? 2? Alberta. This was, we got Ontario from Toronto, right? And now we're taking Quebec over here. So Manitoba, look out. You're up next. 3 stars of the game, Igor Sharangovich, Akira Schmid, who played so well. He played so well. That dude looks huge in net. And Kevin Weeks talked about it too. He doesn't drop down so early. Those butterfly goalies, boom. First thing they do, Patrick Waugh style, they're just down on their knees. He's like, Akira Schmid stays up. And when he's staying up like that, he's not giving these shooters, any more angles. When you drop down, all of a sudden, that upper part of the net is going to be a little bit more open. Not Akira Schmid. He's staying up. It's confidence. Playing out at the top of his crease, much like we've seen Vitek Vanacek do during his 8 consecutive wins. So Akira Schmid gets a 2nd star and very well deserved. A Beefalytics 3rd star going out to Nathan Bastion over there. Shots on goal for the Devils. 15, 14, 7 for a total of a Slayer tribute. Rating pucks from the Devils on the ice. 36 shots on net for the Sens. 9, 12, 5 for a total of 26. 5. They only let up 5 shots in that third period. Face-offs. Devils actually didn't do good again in the face-offs. Sens had them 60% to 40. Devils were 1 for 4 on the power play. Sens were 0 for 2. So there was something we talked about. They didn't take the 4 or 5 penalties like they have been in recent games. And in this one, on the second one, they scored a shorthanded goal. And on the first penalty, Nico drew the hooking call to negate it. So excellent job shorthanded by the Devils today. 23 hits to Ottawa's 37, so they got out hit again. They didn't crack that 30 mark again. Blocks, they had 11 blocks, 11 giveaways, but the Senators, 21 giveaways. And the Devils took a great advantage of those, namely the Nico Sharangovich goal there in the second period on the shorthanded chance. So excellent job by them. Awesome game all around for these New Jersey Hockey Devils. That's 12 in a row, Devils fans. 12 in a row. See you later, Canada. Thank you very much. Actually, I shouldn't say that because we got Edmonton and Toronto coming to town next week. So we have more Canada games coming on. This time it'll be in The Rock at Newark, New Jersey. And you know what's right across the street from the Prudential Center, Rock in Newark, New Jersey? American Whiskey, where your boys here on the Let's Go Devils podcast, Game Day Live and Devils After Dark will be broadcasting live up on the old big screens there before and after the game. So if you happen to be going to any of the games next week, Thanksgiving week, give a little thanks for a 12-game winning streak. How about that? You can stop by American Whiskey, say hello to Peyton, and the rest of the bartending crew. Make sure you tip them well and look up at the big screen, and you'll see this ugly mug after the game, and you'll see the beautiful, wonderful face of Vinny Parisi and the very sweet Sam Wu, who likes to tell opposing hockey players they're cruising for a bruising. I prefer, popping open a Steve Weiser on his ass, but, Sam Wu goes with the cruising for a bruising. So we want to know what you think about this 12-game winning streak. Devils fans, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch, hit us up there. Please like, follow, subscribe. Again, it's free. You don't subscribe, you don't got to pay any money. Although Mrs. Wu would like, some sort of gifts from Sam Wu, king of the football calls, screaming on these Western Canada trips at 1 a.m. doing John Marino calls with his isotoner gloves on. But, maybe we'll start a Patreon for Mrs. Wu. For putting up with putting up with the same Wu football call.
We should do that. That would be kind of funny.
And as you can see, Sam stole her crown. Because Mrs. Wu obviously wears the crown in the house, and Sam stole it and put it on the old Giants Hutch helmet there in the back. So if you want to help out Mrs. Wu, why not? But no, on YouTube, the subscribe is completely free, and like we always say, the more follows, the more likes, the more subscribes we get, the more, companies are going to come to us and say, hey, these guys got something going on over here. Maybe, we give you some of our tickets and you advertise a little bit for us and say our name. And, you Devils fans are the ones who can take advantage of that because we're not taking these tickets for ourselves. We're giving them away to you. Yes. Our boy Christopher is actually going to be there. When is it? December the 6th, I believe, right? That's the next one we
think so. I think so, yeah. Courtesy of JCB Architectural.
That's right.
Which, by the way, I have to get him. I have to get him those bumper stickers. I've lost them. I've misplaced them. I got to find them so I can send them.
I always wanted to be an architect. Oh, and by the way, Sam Wu, I chopped up a whole bunch of putty clips from Seinfeld. I gotta send them to you.
Okay.
The Devils. Ah! Gotta support the team.
Okay. So we have sound bites to play.
Yeah,
sound bites to play, except for
sound bites for you. I got to send them your way.
Ones. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we got some fun because gotta support the team. Yeah, babe, pay my face. Gotta support the team. Yeah,
that's going to be half an hour worth of the podcast, just us pushing buttons.
Of us just doing putty calls the whole time. What a great game by the Devils. Again, man, that goal with Nico and Igor. Attack! That's all I was thinking to System of the Down. Attack, 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 attack. Because they didn't stop. Igor could have just kind of dumped that puck there. But he sees Nico and he's like, hey, you know what? Maybe we'll go score a goal instead. Should I just dump it and do a line change? Or should we take advantage of this and go ahead and make some magic happen? That's the confidence our boys have now. Sam Wu, we're going to get to all of your thoughts and reactions, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch. But we have to check in with the king of the football calls first. Sam Wu, tell us, what are your thoughts on this win, this 12th win in a row?
No letdown. The team, the leaders of the team would not allow it. It's not surprising that Hala had the first goal of the game. Not surprised that Bastian got a goal. Again, the Devils were relentless. I was a little worried about Ottawa because the last game that they played had to go into overtime, but at the Rock. But you know what? Devils took care of business. 12 in a row since October 24th. That when they didn't show up really against the Capitals for whatever reason, then they go off to Detroit, and we were thinking, second half of the back-to-back, same old Devils, and now it's 12 straight. It's amazing what a streak can do to a mindset of an entire franchise, their fans, the people that work in the front office right now. That's really 30 of 36 out of 36 possible points. 30 out of 36 possible points. Currently tied top of the Eastern Conference. with the Bruins. With the Bruins have one game in hand, but wow, who would ever thought that the first 2 games of the season? Look, I'd rather lose the first 2 games of the season and have a 12-game winning streak the following month. But I'll tell you, this team is everything. It was everything that we thought it could be. And Lindy Ruff hung in there. The coaching staff hung in there. The players hung in there. Yeah, you're reading the comments. They're hilarious. YouTube Live.
Dave Singer. Bruce Springsteen was just installed as the Prime Minister of Canada.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sam. That one just made me. That actually made me LOL.
Yeah. There's a lot of funny comments in the YouTube Live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You guys are very funny. Very funny. 15-3, says Ramona Rice. 15-3. And these are solid victories, folks. This is not winning like 10 shootouts. These are solid points. You want to pad the points in the beginning of the season because you may need them down the stretch when you're jockeying for playoff positioning. Now is the time to get these points.
Tony D, Operation Canadian Bacon is a success.
It's Taylor Ham. It's no longer Canadian Bacon.
Oh, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam. This has been incredible. And you know what? I don't even want to look at I mean, I know that we're in first place, but I haven't even wanted to look at the standings. I'm not even concerned with it.
No, I'm not.
I'm just enjoying the way these guys are playing. We've waited so long for this. And to see it like we talked about, these boys turning into men and really forming their game and becoming this force within the NHL. I don't need to look at the standings all the time.
To tell you the truth, and this is the God's honest truth, I don't remember a time that I was looking in the standings since 2018. Like, I have actually forgot to look at the standings because we were so bad for so long. Like, I didn't want to see us down in the basement. I mean, sometimes I would have to look if I'm, about to go on a podcast or blog and see what place. But right now the Devils are in first place, and they're ahead of Carolina, the Islanders, the Rangers. And we're talking a pretty decent lead where if they go on a mini slump, they can absorb that. They literally can right now, and it's early on in the season. But you know what? Just like the team, the fans should not get ahead of themselves, not because there's danger ahead, but the reality is you literally can't win, 70 straight games. There's going to be losses in between.
No, of course.
There's going to be, some drama. There's going to be some injuries. There's always something. But, we want to enjoy and milk this 12-game winning streak. And, very soon, the New York Rangers are on the schedule on November 28th at Madison Square Garden, which, wow. And that's another level that this team, the newcomers on this team, such as Hala and Palat, although he's on the, injured list, but the other newcomers, you just don't lose to the Rangers. John Marino, you just don't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's, it doesn't matter what the records of the teams are. You go into that game wanting to kick some ass. And I think they're going to do that. I think they're going to go into Madison Square Garden. And, you've got Lafreniere, Capocacco. You've got
Shesterkin. Their whole team is Shesterkin.
Yeah. Just all these guys. Adam Fox. Well, Adam
Fox is really good. Yeah. They got some good players.
Aaron.
Yeah. But man, this team
is relentless.
Sam, They are. And you know what? RME on the old YouTube here has got a great point. We got to give some love to Fitzy, for putting this team together, pushing the right buttons. Everyone was so upset that we didn't get Johnny Gaudreau or Matthew Tkachuk in the offseason. Look how we're doing without them. And also, look at the pipeline of talent that is on its way.
That's the scary part. And you know what's the scary part? You don't have to rush these guys.
No.
You don't have to rush them. So if you have salary cap issues, you can toss a couple players out. Sorry, don't want to be cruel, but you make a couple trades, maybe get some trade benefit. Some draft capital back, because now that you're an elite team, you're an elite team status at the moment. That you're not going to be picking 4th overall for a while.
Yeah.
So and the greatest thing about it is I actually trust the scouting and the analytics people. I think Kate Madigan, all the people that are behind the scenes, supporting Fitzy on this. Me personally, I've ripped on you guys for a long time, but look, winning solves everything. So I'll jump on the bandwagon. You guys are doing a great job.
And Stephen Engel points this out here as well on the old YouTube. The front office was always trying to scramble to find ways to sell tickets. Well, you found your best promotion you possibly could. Put a great team out on the ice, and you don't need to do any gimmicks or anything like that.
Well,
I said that. Come back.
I said that on the Woo Report. It's like you did everything except for winning. You forgot. You finally spent all the way to the cap ceiling. You finally did. It's just amazing how good this team is right now when you spend money. So maybe David Blitzer, Joshua Harris, I hope you're taking mental notes of this. When you spend, you get what you pay for. Not always, but you know what? Even before this streak, I was at least commending them for going right to the ceiling. Showing the fans that this is not just about money. It's about winning. Because that's ultimately, it's at the end of the day, it's all about winning, Scotty. And, you can throw all the marketing gimmicks at us. You can, send, badger me with, season tickets or a couple games here and there. You can do all that. But if you don't win, it doesn't go anywhere. Now they're winning. I mean, I've talked to my ticket rep twice. And this is what I tell him. First off, I tell the guy, Ron, so what's it like calling Devils fans right now? Is it a little bit easier job than 2 months ago? It is. People are pumped, and ultimately that's how you get dollars back into the company and putting butts in the seats, because once there's butts in the seats, then you can upsell them with your overpriced concession stands, And it's funny. I see the commercials about a family pack. You get a $15 food card, beverage card. It's like it doesn't even buy you chicken tenders and fries. It might buy you water.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm seeing here now. Yes, I guess my breakdown was a little long today, but that's because I'm excited. Devils fans, I guess I'm in the same.
I try to cover hockey. Scotty, I try to cover.
I'm in the Sam Woo union. I get paid $1 Woo dollar for every word. Actually, not real money. I get paid in Woo dollars.
Yeah,
it's
cryptocurrency.
It's a cryptocurrency. Woo dollars over there.
Yeah, Woo coin.
Maybe we'll have a thrash attack next highlight breakdown. I'll just play some Slayer and Testament in the background the entire time. We'll start a little mosh pit going.
Yeah,
over there.
as we're hitting putty sound bites.
Yeah, exactly. Bachigaloop is gonna make me governor of California, like the governor. I'm gonna be governor of California. Oh man. This is good stuff. Yeah, I wish, Robert, I was getting paid a minute for how many words I said. The bank doesn't take the woo dollars, unfortunately. You know, it doesn't take woo dollars.
Can you imagine?
Man.
Maybe we'll have woo dollars accepted at American Whiskey, and I can see Casey coming up to me.
Yeah.
Sam,
Yeah,
what the heck kind of promotion are you?
You guys, we're getting like a cutout of Sam Woo's head and start pushing on like Monopoly.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I owe you. It's like an
I have everyone show up, you know, at American Whiskey with some Woo dollars.
Yeah.
On the back, it's got Mrs. Woo with kind of like a disgusted smirk on her face, you know. Oh man, yeah, I'm doing monologues over here, Dave Singer. I'm making like my one of my favorite sports commentators, the Schmooze, Steve Summers. I miss listening to him on the old Fan at nights. Used to love to hear his Met rants.
Yeah.
All the time.
The Metropolitans.
The Metropolitans are out there playing meaningful baseball in the month of September.
And the Icelanders and Lou Lamoriello.
The Icelanders. Oh, dude, I used to love this.
He was
I love
great.
when Seinfeld, back in the day, yeah, when Seinfeld would call in and Larry David and stuff like that. That was hilarious. And he would still get Jerry on there like once a year, you know, before I think they kind of like forced him to retire, which sucks. But, man, I missed the Schmooze. He was so good at nights there on the Fan. Yeah. I'm a metal guy, but I used to love that sports talk. Mike and the Mad Dog and everything like that. Working with Mikey, or Mad Dog. Hey, buddy.
I never said that. I never said that.
Oh, yeah. And I love how he says probably. Probably.
Yeah.
His problems pronouncing his R's. It's probably going to happen. I don't know. It's probably.
Back after
but either
this.
Way. The Sharks. Steve Cangelosi. That's right, Bachagaloop. Oh, and Wyatt. Play Pantera because the Devils are domination. They slaughtered the Sens today. And it looks like Wyatt says he's going to make the trip to the game on the 9th with the wife over there. So congratulations, Wyatt. Very cool.
Yeah, the 9th is Vinny Parisi's birthday. Vinny Parisi will be at that game and at Game Day Live, December 9th. Also,
very nice.
Scotty, I don't know. Yeah. We haven't talked about this in our pre-production meetings or post-production meetings, but I've through the Woo Report and other podcasts, I've been asking for help. Guinea pigs. So maybe we'll have like a podcast before Game Day Live just to test the equipment with our fans. Our fans, if you get there early enough, and again, this is first come, first serve. Oh my goodness, has volunteered. A couple other Devils fans volunteering to come onto the podcast to test our equipment, knowing that it could blow up in our faces. And again, I'm going to have you sign a waiver form. So if the headphones catch on fire or something like that, you can I don't know. I'll point the fingers at somebody else.
Buck per word.
Yeah.
1 woo buck per word. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I will actually be there Monday, Wednesday, and hopefully Saturday this upcoming week to do the testing because we want to get it right with this setup because it's actually a happy problem for us. The reason why, some of the tech stuff, and I'm not going to get into it, it's because it's so loud and lively at American Whiskey that you guys are really great fans that we were kind of, I guess, caught off guard on the tech stuff because anytime you do a live event, it's a totally different animal. So we're going to get it right. Yeah, I
don't know how I got through that. Actually, that when we were doing that live, I heard so much just like noise and my own voice like coming back in my headphones. I was Hey, how are you? I was just like, oh boy, just ignore and talk, Scott. Just ignore and talk.
Hi, Chico.
And yeah, thank you to Chico Resch and Bruce Driver once again for coming out to those live events. We really do appreciate it. And yeah, that's what we try to do for you guys. You know, again, the more likes, the more subscribes, the more things we can go to and say like, hey guys, you know, hey, maybe we'll get Kevin Weeks one of these days, former Devil. Yep. Hear him talking about the boys gloriously today, calling the game on the NHL Network. He's right over there, you know, in Secaucus, where the NHL Network and MLB Network are out of. So maybe one of these days we can get him to stop by, or maybe Rupper, Stanley Cup goal scoring creature Mike Rupp. Maybe we'll get Rupper to come by and join the show at some point.
I'm not gonna.
Might be try eventually, maybe.
Yeah,
possibly.
maybe. Yep. You just never know. Yeah.
You never know.
The Lou Gehrig echo.
Yeah. That's basically what it was.
Try the catfish.
I am the unluckiest man in the history of podcasts. You ever see that Norm Macdonald sketch where he's like, today I'm the luckiest man. Everyone in Jersey, he's like, no, you idiots. I'm unlucky. I got a disease so rare that they named it after me. I'm unlucky. I'm not lucky. I'm being sarcastic. Poor Norm. We miss him too.
Yeah.
Gone way too soon. Love Norm Macdonald over there.
Yeah.
But
and
anyway,
Chris Farley.
we should. Oh, and Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Of course. So many great comedians. But we should wrap this up over here, Sam Wu, and get to some You versus Woo, brought to you by BetStamp.app. Score predictions all season long. You can play along. You can bet along as long as you can gamble responsibly. Now, we already know our girl Ramona has been on fire with the score predictions over here, and she got it right today with a 5-1 score prediction. So like we said, maybe you should be following her on betstamp.app. But Sam Wu, let's check it out right now. You have a, a 1-11-5? I think that's what your record is.
If that's what you say. If that's what you say.
You're 1-11-5.
Okay.
On the season. Remember, Sam Wu gets an OTL if he gets half of the score right. So this was what, game 18, right? Is that lineup? Yeah. Okay, there we go. So Sam is 1-11-5. Let's first hear what Vinny Parisi had to say. What was his score prediction?
7-4 Devils.
Okay. Sort of close. Big score for the Devs. Could have been 7 goals for the Devils, if not for Cam Talbot standing on his head for most of the game. How about the king of the football calls, Sam Wu?
Well, I got screwed. I got screwed on that Dougie Hamilton. I said a 6-4 Devils.
Oh, okay. Close, but no cigar. Sam Wu goes to 1-12-5 on the year in the score predictions from BetStamp.app. Close. Yeah. You're getting there. Yeah. I like that you're actually betting on the Devils now. Remember Sam Wu in the beginning of the year when he was betting on the other teams? 12-game winning streak will turn that right around over there. So
yeah,
but you can follow along with us and have some fun with that. Bet some parlays and all that good stuff. Remember, when we do the football calls, we got to have a parlay. Will the crown actually stay on Sam's head during the John Marino football calls? You know, that's always a good parlay here on Devils After Dark. But we thank you, everyone out there, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch, for a nice start to the weekend over here, going into the Thanksgiving holiday. Be thankful for a 12-game winning streak. And as Dave Singer just said, Canada has a new prime minister, Bruce Springsteen. That's right. Or Jon Stewart. Maybe Jon Stewart, another New Jersey native right over there.
Yeah. Just
Bon
don't
Jovi,
Canada.
Living on prayer.
Yeah, we just don't Canada.
Just own them right now. We have annexed all of Canada.
Manitoba, you're next.
You're next. All right, Sam Wu.
Well,
take it away.
Want to thank all those chiming in, listening, dropping the podcast in about 20 minutes. We're going to have a Woo report later tonight, talking about the 12-game winning streak, milking it. We're on the top of the hockey world, folks. Enjoy it. And have a happy Devils Saturday. Till next time, let's go Devils.